Patricky Pitbull is in town.
What really caught me by surprise was the size of Ryan Scope at the weigh-ins. He didn't look like he was sucked in. He didn't look sunken in. He looked good. Physically was smiling, walking around, talking to people. Those are things you like to see from a fighter who's been experienced enough to cut weight the right way.
Just looking to settle into this, Ryan Scope. Quite often Pitbull doesn't let you do that. No, he's a slower starter than he used to be, certainly. There's the outside leg kick and a little spin there from Pitbull in response.
What people have to understand is that what Pitbull does really well is he lulls you into sleep. So he kind of just takes the center of the cage. He waits for you to kind of circle around. He takes the center, so you have to circle around the edges of the cage. Then when he's ready to explode, he explodes. His arms are deceptively long. I was very surprised when I actually fought him. His arms are a lot longer, and obviously when he touches you, you go down. But Ryan Scope has a little bit of the range, a little bit of the reach advantage. He needs to utilize that by using his jab, getting in and getting out and cutting angles. So he does not want to stay in front of Pitbull for too long.
He's thrown a few jabs so far, and he's trying to measure things, trying to work his way into things. A flash of a right hand there from Pitbull.
See that little red mark on Pitbull's lead leg already. From Scope's little calf kicks. Very nice, did it again.
There's another one, yeah.
Those will do dividends later on in the fight. As of now, they're not really.
Good confident start this from Ryan Scope, as good as he could have expected it to be.
Pitbull's that guy though, that if you hit him, he's gonna hit you back. If you kick him, he's gonna kick you back. Big right hand missed.
Yeah, only just missed, didn't it? He was looking for it as well as Scope advanced.
Scope's already got a little bit of redness around that right eye.
Just sense that Pitbull is waiting to explode here, waiting for his chance.
Always stays right outside of range. Very nice work. See the redness on both these guys' calves now. Pitbull's able to land one or two of those calf kicks as well. Nice straight right.
Definitely redness, as you said, around that right eye of Ryan Scope. He's only really thrown a couple of huge shots, Pitbull. He hasn't connected. Plenty in reserve, and that's how he has grown as a fighter. Works his way into things.
He's a very patient fighter. Like I was saying earlier, he'll take the center of the cage and he'll make you circle all the way around him. And when you step in, he knows that when you're done circling and you step in, that's his time to strike.
And big swing there. It was Scope, though, who connected. Not with a great deal of power, but still connected.
Oh!
And a knee from Pitbull.
Big knee right up the middle. Nice job. He's controlling the feet. Watch the ground and pound of Pitbull.
Here he goes now, Pitbull. Suddenly did explode.
Doing a good job of trying to get past the legs, dropping the elbows from this top position. Staying composed, he can run it probably back out, let him back up, and he's gonna put pressure on him right away.
And that tends to be his style, doesn't it, to let fighters get back to their feet when it suits, because he knows the power that he possesses.
Well, he understands, he's been in this position himself, so he understands all the things that are going through Ryan Scope's mind right now. That was a devastating knee. Sat him to his butt beautifully, but Ryan Scope was able to recover, and I went back and watched a lot of his fights. There's been a couple times where he's been dropped, and he recovers really well. He knows the positions to try to get back to so he can weather the storm.
Beaten only once by Louis Long when he fought someone who was too big for him, really. Misses with that kick and that one. Mixing up his work well here, Scope, but not making too much of a dent yet on Pitbull.
Pitbull switches stances, though, which means that those calf kicks are paying dividends. It's only in the first round. As the fight goes on in that second and third round, we already saw earlier with the fight earlier where the fighter was switching stances. I forgot, my apologies.
Which of the 4 million on the undercard you could meet?
Yes, we had a long undercard. It was good.
10 seconds to go in round one. We've seen a lot of red legs today, and there's another couple out there in front of us here. Good opening round, competitive and combative.
You can tell that lead leg calf kick is working because Pitbull started to switch his stance towards the end.
Ryan Scope, he lost that opening round, but it will have given him confidence. Needs to make something happen though in round two. Wants to get the victory that would catapult it, not just survive and do his best to get a pat on the back. They both come out with more intensity at the start of this second round. There's the kick from Pitbull.
Nice body kick.
Pitbull looking to come forward and pile on the pressure here.
What he's gonna do, he's gonna start tracking after him. He knows that those leg kicks are starting to add up and he's not gonna give him enough space to kick. He's gonna stay out of the range, but keep pushing him right into the range where he's forcing him to fight. Pitbull believes in his chin. So what he's gonna do, he's gonna just do this exactly what he's doing. He's gonna track after him, keep him inside the range where he can't kick him anymore. Make it a boxing match. For the first time you see Scope change stances as well. Looks like those kicks are having an issue on him as well.
Yeah, the southpaw went orthodox and Pitbull did it momentarily as well. It's a real tactical battle with lots of power interlaced. Thought about the knee there, Scope, and then thought better of it.
Last thing he wants to do is throw something lazy. Pitbull being able to counter it with the big power and drop him. Nice takedown.
Yeah, Pitbull looking for the takedown, but good defense there from Scope. He did connect with that kick that time.
Yep. Good knee. Pitbull's having a hard time figuring out Scope because he keeps mixing it up really well. He's kicking the calves, kick the body, kind of flashy little head kicks, but no real power behind the head kicks. But mixing up what he's doing really well. See how he's pawing with the jab? But he's just finding his range. He's out of range, but he's touching him a little bit, or at least getting it close to figure out what his range is with Pitbull. There you go. Nice little jab, stepped in, jab. Man, I get on the mark tonight.
You haven't mentioned it. Another of those kicks there from Ryan Scope. Cumulative effect on that left calf of Patricky Pitbull.
This calf kick that has started making its way through MMA has really changed the game. You know, and one of the first times I ever saw it was in Strikeforce back in the day, and it just had some effects on fighters that it made them change everything that they were doing. And it was pretty impressive, and it just slowly started catching on. And then it caught on in the Bellator, and it was nuts. It's changed the whole dynamic of how people approach leg kicks now.
Well, many people expected real fireworks here from Patricky Pitbull, but it's that well-aimed knee in round one. Nothing really since. Scope has dealt with things well.
What I would like to say is that there's a lot riding on the line for Pitbull. Okay, I mean, let's be real. He's at the top of the food chain in Bellator. I'm not saying he's going to get an automatic title shot after this, but he's in the #1, #2 category for what's next. And so that being said, he comes here, everything to lose, nothing to gain really, except a win.
Yeah, and a poor performance last time, albeit in a win against
Nice. I wouldn't say it wasn't a poor performance. He did his job. The thing was, he cut weight. He had a little bit of problem putting his weight back on and rehydrating. Then he didn't realize what time he had to be at the venue. And when he was at the venue, he had ate an hour before, and just a lot of things had trickled in, and it wasn't his normal routine. He's used to being here where he is at the main event. Okay, and when he's at the main event, he knows kind of, okay, I'm not gonna fight till later in the evening. So he ate later, like he was fighting later, but he was actually kind of the opening fight or on the main card, and that ended up bugging him as the fight went on. And his last fight was Roger Huerta.
Growing in confidence there, Ryan Scope.
This is good for Ryan Scope. He's building his confidence, but also too, he's letting his hands go. I think he's realizing that Patricky's power is there, But as long as he keeps his defense tight, he doesn't have to worry.
And Pitbull just switching to
you can tell those
southpaw. Yeah, the leg kicks are having a real cumulative effect now. Final 15 seconds, another of those leg kicks from Scope.
It's slowing down the rhythm and the pace that Patricky wants to fight. And you can tell he's not used to fighting southpaw because he's clamming up now.
Much better second round from Scope.
If I was to mark it, I would say 1-1.
That's all we want from you.
That's it? I don't have to talk anymore? No.
We'd like you to. Big opportunity for Ryan Scope then. Who knows, a clever performance here in these final 5 minutes, and he could achieve something really special. And predictably, he goes straight for those calf kicks. Straight away, Pitbull switches, yeah. Frustration continues. He misses with that kick, and then a little more accurate with the follow-up.
Nice little body kick. Nice again. Look for him to maybe switch it up and go to the head after that. Come back with some strikes.
Another useful kick, and Pitbull momentarily off his feet there. Missed with the uppercut.
That's the name Pitbull. I mean, Patricky Pitbull's a dog, man, and he wants to get in there and brawl. He wants to get after it. I'm surprised I haven't seen him try to, like, get into the boxing range and press the action from that range versus in the kicking range.
A lot of people felt that he'd come out here and walk through Ryan Scope, and he hasn't been able to do that.
Well, I think what happened was the calf kicks changed the dynamic of the fight. He's not able to just come in and do whatever he wants. Beautiful combination there by both fighters. This is where he's looking to do land his mark.
And the difference is the power. They both landed, but Pitbull really affected Scope. Excellent jab, the rangy jab. They're using that reach, Scope.
I said it from the beginning, from the tail of the tape. He needs to stick that jab out there, needs to stick and move, get in and out, and that's exactly what he did. He snapped Patricky's head back, and they got out of range before Patricky could land the overhand right. There it is again.
Just being a little closer in range here, Scope. Growing in confidence again. That brings him, though, into potential trouble.
Nice body shot there, though, by Patricky.
Really assured performance, this from Ryan Scope. Will it be enough? 2.5 minutes remain.
Nice combination there by Scope. I like how he's mixing it together. Ooh, good right hand down the pipe.
He's mixing the kicks low and high and look to the body. That jab has been useful. There's another of those kicks from Scope. Pitbull not that active in this final round.
No, and I expected to see more. Maybe he thought he won the second round after winning the first round so convincingly. Nice spinning back kick. But is it going to be enough? That's the thing. He's not active enough as he should be. Good knee.
He needs to have an active final minute and 3/4.
Beautiful transition by Scope, back up to his feet, good knee.
And a good right hand from Pitbull as he got to his feet. And then a slip, and Scope tries to take advantage of that with a knee of his own. 90 seconds remain now.
Nice body shot there by Pitbull.
Both looking a little tired now. If anything, Scope is the fresher man right now. Tantalizing sense that it may not be enough, but it could be enough.
Even though nothing landed, and even though he just kind of jumped in the air and he landed flat on his back, but those are the things that are lasting images in the judge's mind. If Pitbull doesn't do something, I think, in this round, a good combination or land something hard to steal the rest of the round, he very well could lose this fight.
We'll come down then to the second. It's never really caught fire. It's been very watchable, but not as explosive as we might have imagined. Impressive, though, from Scope.
Pitbull taking the double leg. This is what he needs to win the fight. Scope's going to hang out here, start working on a submission, looking to hit the darce. Circles to the back. This fatigue, I think, is fully set in. This is not how you want to finish the round.
Closing 10 seconds then.
Got the wrist control, now he's just landing the strikes, still in there under the round. He very well could have won this fight.
Ran out of time. We'll see. Surely, Josh, without wanting to put words in your mouth, round 1 and round 3 pretty conclusive to Pitbull and Scope. It's round 2 that might decide this, you know.
Ladies and gentlemen, having completed 3 complete rounds of action, we'll go to your judges' scorecards. Your first judge at cage side, Eric Colon, scores the fight 29-28, scoring the fight for Scope. Your second judge, Dave Torelli, scores the fight 29-28, scoring it for Pitbull. Your third and final judge at cage side, Brian Miner, scores the fight 29-28 for the winner by split decision, Patricky Pitbull.
Not popular. Pitbull got it by a whisker. One of the judges gave it to Scope. It must have come down to that round 2. Scope can count himself a little bit unlucky, and